Hello everyone, this is Samantha. Let me introduce my recently published book, Bye Bye Dollar. This is about economics. It talks political economy. You see, the US dollar, despite losing its value, is dominating the entire global economy for more than 50 years. How it is possible in the first place? What are the geopolitical strategies and the cutthroat policies the US has taken to achieve this? And how it is maintaining its economic hegemony. And despite all this, how the re-dollarized monetary system is getting de-dollarized. And all these important, interesting questions are answered in this book. And it is a Marxist analysis. You may have come across mainstream books or neoclassical books which gives a distorted version of what is economics. Why? Because the four most important approaches which are essential for the holistic understanding of political economy are missing in those schools. What are those four most important approaches? First one is historical approach. Economics is ripped off its history, and second one is political approach. Economics is separated from politics. Third is class-based approach. Um Classical economists like Adam Smith, they did their analysis based on class-based approach, but mainstream economics is based on individualistic approach. And students of economics no longer have courses about history or politics, and they don't know how to do class-based analysis. And the fourth most important approach is dialectical approach. In dialectics, nothing is absolute or sacred or final, but neoclassical economy sees capitalism as something absolute or sacred or final, which is not a scientific outlook, but a nonsense. You cannot call it science. It fosters only blind beliefs. Capitalism only refers to a particular epoch in social evolution or history. It is not an everlasting system. The term bye bye dollar also implies a big bye bye to capitalism as well. And Marxist analysis is inclusive of all the four important approaches. And this book gives an overview about the political economy and introduces the important Marxist terminologies like what is surplus value, what is labor power, where does real capital accumulation taking place, and what is commodity money and what is credit money, all these things. The main reason for me to write this book is to create awareness about the monetary oppression that is taking place in the current system. Because we don't have a single currency system, we have a multiple currency system where there is a disparity in the value and valuation of currencies. And the currencies of developed world like US dollar and euro are increasingly used as weapons or tools of imperialism to extract surplus value or drain wealth from developing countries. But this goes unnoticed, it goes unquestioned. The mainstream economists don't agree with this view. There is not much research done on this area. I have come across only three research papers I have given in the reference section. Take for example the value of Indian rupee. In 1970s, the value of $1 in rupee terms is 7.5 rupees, and where it is now, it is 75 rupees. It lost more than 10 times its value. It is all because of the neoliberal policies and structural adjustment program that have been carried out all through this year, which have been recommended by the IMF and neoliberal institutions. And even in political economy, there is a tendency to underplay the role played by money for being the medium of circulation, and more emphasis is given to the process of production. I agree with this. You have to give more emphasis and focus to the process of production. But money also has its role and it should not be ignored. And this book gives an overview about how the US dollar jacked up its present life and what are the impact of neoliberal policies, globalization, financialization upon the developing countries. and how the neoliberal institutions like IMF, WTO enabled only the underdevelopment in developing countries, and what is transnational currency, and what is banker scheme, and what is unequal transaction, and what is people's money, and what are the efforts taken to transcend its oppressive form. I have discussed about all this in the book. It is not a voluminous book, it is only 172 pages, and I have given the link for the book in the description. And there's a saying, economics is too important to leave to the economists. The same is true with politics also. Politics is too important to leave to the politicians, and political economy is too important to leave to the politicians and economists. We all have to actively participate in the process of political economy and its decision making. That is what is meant by real democracy or direct democracy. That is what is meant by people participatory governance. So in order for us to build a true democracy, we had to increase our economic literacy and create awareness about it, because it involves our daily life. We had to know the important aspects of it. And this book is a public domain book, and it ends with a liberating poem. I request all of you to read this book. Thank you so much.